Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Please come in. Welcome to a tour of my loft conversion frog-themed studio. And as you can see, it's perfectly sized for me. But it's difficult to have any visitors that are taller than 5'2". Here we have my piano. I'm currently trying to get past the first page of the Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin. I've learned the first page and I'm kind of stuck there. And it's a bit of a challenge because I grew up playing more classical piano. I'm not a pianist or anything, but my mom is a pianist. And so I played like Mozart and Beethoven. So Scott Joplin, a big challenge for me. Under the piano here we have boxes with essentials such as wigs, clown noses, glasses, like fun glasses, like character glasses, and of course happy things, which are mostly things like kinetic sand. And now let me take you through to my yarn and crafts corner. So in this corner, I have 4 containers filled with yarn. Do I have a problem? I think you'll find I actually have the opposite of a problem. I have lots of yarn. I have this beautiful backpack here, which has grommets, so that you can have yarn coming out of these holes, so you can crochet or knit while you're walking. And I am a crocheter more than a knitter. And do you want to see? It's like I'm a crochet hook saleswoman, except that these are not for sale, they're all mine. And then I have a few more instruments. I have more under the piano as well. And these are a ukulele, an electric guitar, and a 3/4 guitar, I think, which was gifted to me about 15 years ago by a friend of mine who had outgrown it, but rightfully guessed that I would never outgrow the 3/4 guitar, so I still have it here. And then on top of this piece of furniture here, I have some beads, which I have used mostly in crochet projects, and some bigger, I think these are called pony beads. Some pencils, some washi tape, which it just looks so pretty. I usually don't get things if I don't have a plan for them. However, I have a husband who is very encouraging of my slightly crafting related hoarding tendencies. So if he sees me make heart eyes at something, he might get it for me. So here I have some space themed washi tape. I have some crafting books, and then some slightly abandoned crafts. I have a felting kit, and in this box here I have some macrame stuff. Macrame sounds really cool, and I still think I will get around to it one day, but it has been sitting in this box for a little while. There's a few other essentials in this box, such as, for example, googly eyes. Lots of googly eyes. You never know when you may need them. And I have needed them, actually. I have needed them. Here we're starting to see one of the things I use for filming. I usually film on the desk, and then I need some filler light on this side to balance the desk lamp that I have on the desk, as one does. Here I have a couple of pictures. This one says, "Yas Queen." And this other one is a frog with a house on its back, like a snail. And then behind here I have a small selection of my many notebooks. I have notebooks all over the house. I have more underneath here. I have more under my desk. I write a lot, not necessarily creatively. That's just how I can think about stuff. If I don't write it down, I can't conceptualize it. And then here I have a box with my first full-length white hair that I got, just to, mark the passage of time. Oh, and here I have the box with my stand-up comedy actions, which I'm making my way through. If you saw my 12-week project video, don't worry, there will be an update on that. It's all happening. Although there have been changes to this box, which I will go through in that video as well. Under here, I have my DIY blocking situation for these daisy granny squares. I have a box full of the granny squares that I have made so far. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm just making them, and then when I get bored of making them, depending on how many daisy squares I have by that point, I'll make something accordingly. And here we are at my beautiful desk. It gets froggier and froggier from now on, don't worry. This is a mushroom I usually keep here, but I realized it'd be sort of in the way of the shot, so I'm holding it like a microphone. So here we have my beautiful mug with a frog in it. Yes, you've guessed it. I have a bunch of mushroom fidget toys that I have crocheted, mostly in one crazed afternoon. And I have some frogs as well, of differing sizes. And then I have this beautiful object here, which is a little frog that my sister got me that makes a frog noise. This is a 3D printed snail that my husband made me. And here we have something else I use for filming. So when I'm doing talking head videos, I usually put my camera on here. And I have this somewhat very broken tripod, but as long as it's just here all the time, it's all right. And this is the other bit of filming gear, this overhead thing, which I have ended up using quite a bit. And then I obviously have more frogs. And this frog from the British Museum gift shop, and it's a Japanese frog. And then this is just a catch-all thingy, so that stuff doesn't go everywhere around the desk. It's one of the ways in which I hopelessly try to contain the chaos. And here the frogness intensifies. The walls, I call them swamp green. I don't believe this is how the people that sell the paint called it, but I think it's quite swampy. And when we moved in, the walls of this room were bright red all the way around, like a deep bright red, if you can imagine that. It wasn't really the vibe. So I painted them in this green color because I already knew that I wanted the future frogs to feel right at home. Here we have a book about flower fairies, which is one of those pop-up books that's super cool. And of course, Frog and Toad, the complete collection, the seminal text for anybody who loves frogs aesthetically and who loves frogs that have been anthropomorphized, which that tickles me a lot. We also have this plant pot, which I made myself. It will shock you to hear. I know, it looks so professional, so neat, and yet. And then this beautiful object. A frog-shaped bubble machine. What is my life? Wow. Dreams really do come true. Then we have two newer additions. This, whatever this is, that I got in a charity shop. I did the whole video on this channel. And then this beautiful Jeremy Fischer figurine. Wow, to be Jeremy Fischer sitting in a window reading. There's a window right here. Of course, on the side here, we have the picture that best encapsulates who I am as a person, everything you need to know about me. And it's an old Japanese picture of frogs as kabuki actors, and in one of the scenes they're reenacting a sumo match. Yes, okay, this may not make sense if you don't know me already. However, I am a trained actor, I'm Japanese, I love anthropomorphized frogs, and my probably number one obsession in life is sumo, the sport sumo. Then we have an empty miniature canvas symbolizing my indecisiveness. I was gifted this miniature canvas many years ago, and here it sits, and I just can't quite decide what to put on it. I mean, let's face it, it's probably going to be the painting of a frog, but in what pose? I have this jar here, which is just filled with chia seeds. I have them for this. If you have never spooned some chia seeds onto themselves, I highly recommend it. I learned about this because I worked in a factory for a period of time, and one of the things we handled was we were making mixes for smoothies, and they had chia seeds in them, and so I got to spoon a lot of chia seeds, and it was the highlight of my day. So one day I decided to splurge and get my own chia seeds, and they've served me really well because I've had them for 12 years. And they're still going strong. Then we have some books and my podcasting equipment. I have 4 episodes of a podcast out. I really saw a gap in the market. There's just not enough podcasts out there, isn't it? Have you noticed that? Oh, and then of course I have my box of magic tricks. And that's not me being funny. That is literally a box with some magic tricks in it. Because I wanted to become a magician at some point. Oh! What's here? A light. Of course, a plushie of a broccoli, the best vegetable, and a pillow here, slightly hidden, where I have sketched a frog with the intention of embroidering the frog onto the pillow cover. And how long ago was that, you ask? I decline to answer. Behind me we have some 19th century theatre posters, and then in the corner over there, which I just cannot figure out how to film myself in without crouching like a goblin again, which, saying that, these are boxes with just stuff in them. Some quite exciting stuff. There are a few masks made with papier-mâché, made by me. And there is this box full of embroidery stuff. Oh yes, it's right here. It's right here, so close to that pillow. And here I have what is apparently actually wrapping paper, like gift wrap. What a waste. It's actually a replica of a 19th century print of a Japanese illustrated dictionary of popular English words. And I love it. It includes words like refreshing, cross-child, looking, moon, penmanship, and of course, who could forget, gout. This corner also includes this beautiful commissioned piece of art, which my sister gifted me for one of my birthdays, and she commissioned her friend. She said, "My sister likes frogs. They're frogs with human legs." And of course, I can't let you go without showing you my pride and joy, my beautiful train set. So these are actually 2 pieces of an old wardrobe, which have been put here to create a makeshift surface for my train set to be in. I'm so into trains, okay? I am made of multitudes. I have many different interests. So for a while I was thinking, where can I put it so it's not in the way in this very awkwardly shaped room? And of course, there's a big hole in the middle of the room, which is not needed for anything, isn't it? So now we have this instead. Well, it's been lovely having you around. Please come back anytime, and I'll see you again on Tuesday with the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.